and welcome to the second day of Spanish a Day series. Now, I started to realize that the words in the Spanish a Day the word a day were rather useless. So words like ash and greyhound and walrus, rodent, pinch, I find these words somewhat useless to your Spanish, especially when you're trying to learn Spanish. This is more for refining Spanish, when you want to put in some additional words that the average person doesn't have or use. For instance, greyhound. I've never said that word in English. So we're going to move on now to another method. So I'm going to show you one of the most useful Spanish verbs that you will ever use and how you use it. Now, normally we see the verb volver, and in Spanish volver means to return or to come back, right? So for example, in the sentence here, vuelve con el recibo si quieres un crédito en la tienda. Return is a command. Return with the receipt if you want store credit. Now I'm going to show you another meaning of volver, extremely useful meaning, volverse. Now, you can use volverse in many interesting ways. So the first use of volverse is that it means to become, right? So for example, you can use it in the phrase, Andres became a little difficult in adolescence. For example, Andrés se volvió un poco difícil durante la adolescencia. How are we going to use that practically? Let's have a look at the use of volverse. So remember, we learned Spanish in a way that we can use it immediately with native speakers. So let's go and say, I am getting interested in this conversation. Normally this would be difficult to say in Spanish. You'd say, estoy teniendo feliz, estoy teniendo interesado con esta conversación, right? This is not correct. This is not the best way to express this. Now watch this. Me estoy volviendo interesado. I am getting interested con esta conversación, with this conversation. I'm getting interested with this conversation. Or I'm getting interested en esta conversación. Me estoy volviendo interesado en esta conversación. Now you see the use of volverse. Now when you're conjugating a reflexive verb, you always want to do this particular thing. So I'm going to show you now. So say you've got a verb like volverse. You know, when you're conjugating these verbs, because of the nature of these verbs, you want to take the S at the end. So you want to take the S at the end. In the infinitive, reflexive verbs always end with SE. So when you want to conjugate volverse, you simply have to take this SE and it will always go to the front. So you're going to take this SE and you are going to move it. You are going to move this SE to the front of the word, right? And this SE becomes me, te, se again, os if you're in Spain, and nos and se again. So we'll just eliminate this se. So it becomes me, te, se, nos, depending on who you're talking about. So when you want to say, like, this car is driving me crazy, esta coche. Now, who is the car driving crazy? Me. It is the car. So the car is está volviendo, and you get crazy. Driving is the driving is almost like become. If I were to look at the meanings of volverse, I might see driving here. You know, in English we say driving to become. So it's está volviéndome loco, right? So lo siento, no coche. So this car is driving me crazy. El coche. This car is driving me crazy. So volverse has the meaning of driving or making me crazy. This girl is making me happy. Esta chica me está volviendo loco. Esta chica me está volviendo loco. This girl is volviendo feliz, right? This girl is making me happy or causing me to become. So it's like it's saying, because of this girl, I am, this is the present tense, becoming happy, right? So that's one use of vulverse, to grow, to become. So one literal meaning is to grow, to become, which is, for example, in age wise. The next thing now you can use it is to mean to get. So for example, it says here, you've gotten skinny since you started the diet. Now this is the future tense termination. This is the future tense conjugation. Now remember, you have become skinny. You have become skinny. Remember, that's how you conjugate a reflexive verb, because they're talking about undress, and undress is the third person conjugation. As you can see, se volvió. So when you're talking about he became, you have to use se volvió, because this is the third person conjugation. When it is the first person conjugation, you use me, second person te, third person se, then nos, then os for vosotros, and se for ellos. Right? I'm assuming you have some basic knowledge of Spanish. Otherwise, we would explain this deeper. I don't want to bore you. So, you have gotten skinny since you ate or started. Because comerse can mean to eat or to start a diet. Good. So, it means to grow, to become. That's a very useful verb. It also means to return. It still has the same meaning of return. For example, esta chica so this girl returned to Spain. Esta chica volvió a Madrid antes de verme. So this girl returned to Spain after seeing me. So she came to see me, and the girl returned to Spain. Esta chica se volvió a Madrid antes de verme. But never forget that vulverse does not only have the meaning of returning, it will also mean to become or getting something. So most of these meanings are the same thing. To turn around, you could understand that in the context. Probably the only one you couldn't get is to become. So it means to return, to come back, to go back, to turn around, to go back, to turn. All of them are roughly the same, except the meaning of to become. So for example, I'm going to give a sentence now. For ejemplo, not Chinese, let's go Spanish. Pienso que me volveré uno de los mejores youtubers del mundo. I think I will become one of the best YouTubers in the world. Let's hope. So you see how the verb changes. This is of course the subjunctive tense, because I'm expressing a thought. I think that I will become. But don't get too fogged up in the details. Our word for today is volverse. Volverse means to become. Beyond the meaning of to turn around and to do anything else, it means to become. I hope that you will be able to use this word and become an excellent Spanish speaker. And how do we say that in Spanish? Yo sé que te volvieres un gran hablante. Hablante de español. Yes, so I think you will become a great Spanish speaker. Yo sé que te volvieres un gran hablante de español. So please continue to follow my channel. I will be able to share with you extremely useful verbs like this. Ways that you can use these verbs to make your Spanish absolutely fantastic. And we will not be following the words of the day from Spanish Dict. It's a great website, but their words of the day leave a lot to be desired. So, as always, a lo hecho pecho. I know, yo sé que te volvieres un gran hablante de español. Hasta luego. If you'd like to support the channel before I go, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you'd like to support even further, feel free to go in the download link and support our Ko-fi page. Thank you so much for watching.